So a couple of months ago, I had the opportunity to join Kaizen, Brian Jung's personal private Discord server where members could join and get access to analysts and a bunch of other resources to help them level up their crypto game. So in today's video, I'm going to be breaking down my honest experience with being in Kaizen, both the good and the bad. So let's get into it. So if throughout the video at any time you're interested in checking out Kaizen yourself, it will be linked in the description below. So if you're interested and want to join the community, it will be there when you're ready. So let's first go over what exactly Kaizen is. So Kaizen was made by Brian Jung with his community when he started to get into crypto, and he decided to create this server where those who are interested in crypto and have wanted to join a community in a Discord setting where alpha calls could be called and other forms of information could be conveyed, that is something that they decided to go ahead and do, and that is where Kaizen was born. Just a little bit of what Kaizen offers in a brief overview, and we'll be getting into the specifics later, but briefly, Kaizen offers analysts that will go ahead and actually make certain calls, both towards spot trades as well as futures calls as well. And the futures calls themselves are usually done daily, which is very cool to see. But overall, Kaizen offers a wide variety of opportunities within the crypto market, both with airdrops, which we'll be getting into later. There's airdrops, specific calls that have done 5, 10, and even 20 X's. There's been future trades that have done very well. And all in all, there's just a lot of resources that you have at your disposal when you join a community like this. Kaizen is overall structured very well. I found that to be a very good pro in its own. It's very easy to find everything that you need, especially if you're familiar with the layout of Discord and specifically Discord servers. It sounds tacky, but it's very easy to access everything in the server very easily, which I found to be very cool and something that made my experience in testing certain things out and seeing what they had to offer a lot more simpler. So that's a little overview on Kaizen. Let's specifically go over my own experience through Kaizen within the past couple of months. We're going to be going into specific things that are both pros and cons later in the video. So that's kind of the overview of Kaizen as I've been able to see it. But what was my own personal experience like? So with joining Kaizen, I was able to get access to the ski call. However, this was a little later on as I was actually able to get into it before his YouTube video, although it was around the same price as the YouTube video was. So if I was to watch a YouTube video and had not been in Kaizen whatsoever, I would have had the same entry point as those who were already in it, if that makes sense. However, Brian Jung actually made the ski call when it was sub 1 cent. So had I been in earlier into Kaizen, I would have had access to that call where I could then have profited a lot more had I not gotten in later into Kaizen and got into ski around that 3 cent mark. But what made me actually pull the trigger on ski was seeing how much the community actually loved this coin within Kaizen itself. There's a whole separate ski chat where those who are very interested in ski and who are a part of the community are sharing their love for this coin and the potential that it has, which ultimately made me pull the trigger on it. And mind you, a lot of the people in here, sure, there's those with lower net worths in crypto. However, there's a lot of people who are considered whales and have their own badges where they are worth $100,000 plus, with some up to over 500 grand and even a couple of million. But all in all, the ski call, even though I got in late, skyrocketed my growth. I probably wouldn't be where I'm at today had I not gotten into ski based off of that call, as well as other calls that have already been made within this server. I have found that I've made the most amount of money that I've ever made or ever dreamt of making, and that is no lie whatsoever. I can literally show you guys can look at older videos where we are going over my portfolio and now where it's currently sitting. Now, one more thing to mention, unfortunately, I did something wrong in getting this, but this is a very big pro that I actually saw, another opportunity that I saw throughout my time being in Kaizen. This was the Pengu airdrop. Kaizen actually was given access for their members to actually get access to a free Pengu airdrop. And get this, the Pengu airdrop for Kaizen members was around $1,000 worth of Pengu per member. So simply being a member in Kaizen would have got you the Pengu airdrop worth $1,000, meaning you would literally have gotten 5 months of what Kaizen costs in simply just being a member. So all in all, the calls themselves are a huge pro. There's been alpha calls like Arrow called at 8 cents, Ski, of course, called sub 1 cent. And in how Kaizen continues to elevate and the plans that they have, there's a lot more to it where we could see even bigger and better calls potentially more frequently throughout the next couple of years and into the future of crypto. So I'm very excited to see what Kaizen has to bring in that regard. All right, so what are some more things that you can get out of Kaizen? I'm gonna be listing literally everything that you can get simply by being a member in Kaizen. All right, so there's a lot of things to cover here, so strap in, but we're kind of going to make it broad and easy for you guys to understand. I'm gonna just be going over a couple of these channels for you guys to understand what Kaizen has to offer within the Discord itself. First of all, there's a whole crypto section where you have crypto chat, where a lot of people, those high net worth individuals, will discuss daily trends within the crypto environment, coins that might pique their interest, etc. And in that crypto chat, there's actually sub chats, meaning chats that lie within it that are specific towards specific cryptos. So for example, there's a Ski chat, there's a Crow chat, there's a bunch of different chats for any coin that you're looking for if you're wanting to see a specific community that is behind a coin. For another example, there's Arrow. Arrow has its own chat as well. That's a high conviction amongst a lot of high net worth individuals within Kaizen. There's also a trading section. This would be for your futures trading, which is almost like day trading, but not so much like it. And this is where people will discuss strategies and go over what's worked and what has not, as well as the trades that are currently being discussed. You then have win trades and loss trades where members can showcase the wins that they've had or the losses. And this is cool to see transparency, as well as to help members learn through their losses and to congratulate those who have won. If you're into meme coins, specifically the low cap Solana meme coins, there is a meme coin degen channel where you can have access to traders who are actively in the trenches looking for those meme coins. And they even have a bot who allows you to literally just type in a ticker of a coin and it will share all the information about it, as well as FDV and other metrics as well, which is really cool to see. Now, one very, very big feature that Kaizen has just released is Kaizen Intern. This is something that is very, very cool to see. And this is another pro of joining a community like this to get access to something of this nature. So what Kaizen Intern is it's essentially a AI agent built into Kaizen, where it has its own chat. You and any member can go ask a specific thought about a coin, the overall macroeconomics in the market, whatever it is, and Kaizen Intern will give you an answer. For example, someone asked Kaizen Intern, what's your thoughts on Ski? And they gave a complete detailed overview on the MACD, on a bunch of specific factors in order to kind of give their thoughts on if it'll be bearish or bullish, which is insanely cool to see. Having that built into Kaizen where you literally can just ask it whatever you want regarding the crypto markets. It's very cool to see. Not only that, but there's an AI agent section where AI agents it'll just be sharing their tweets. Another one is rug detectors. That's very important for you to not get scammed. You know, if you're getting into a coin, you don't want to get rugged on. That will help you to detect if there's a rug pull or not. There's then an NFT section where NFTs will be discussed, as well as an airdrop section where a lot of free money is given out by one of the analysts there who literally thrives in NFTs and in airdrops. He's constantly working towards that. So you literally get access to a bunch of alpha from NFTs and airdrops right there. Now, one of my favorites is the member research. And I've seen some projects that I've even mentioned being talked about in there. Someone did a write-up over treble swap, which is really cool in that. And yeah, member research wise is very cool to see. Literally so many gems are talked about here. If you really want to do your own research, you can just look into all of the member research calls and see if they would be good investments for yourself. And this can kind of get you to see what lingo is used within crypto, etc., and see where people's thoughts are, see if there's a project that a lot of people have eyes on. And that can kind of help you to then recognize what coins could be good in the future. And it's really cool to see. It brings the community together, and there's a lot of good calls that come from simply members doing research and writing write-ups on that. There's then a section for portfolio reviews where you can literally get your portfolio personally reviewed and get thoughts on it from members with more experience, with members with a higher net worth in crypto. They can then review your portfolio and give you insights on decisions you should make, etc., etc. It's really cool to see that as well. Now let's get into the juicy stuff on what Kaizen has to offer. And first of all, that starts with Brian's updates, his alerts, everything that Brian releases, calls that he seems to be good, such as the arrow call, such as the ski call. This is all where that's at, and it's pretty active in there. However, there's more quality over quantity within that chat. So if you're really hoping for there to be calls every single week where you're gonna get 10x's every single week, that's not realistic. Realistically, there are gonna be calls that come out every so often that you just have to be vigilant for. And if you can catch those through simply his alerts, you can be highly profitable. My first one being the ski call, that's what made me the most amount of money. And again, I am trying to be in a position where I'm finding my own plays and doing my own research, but being somewhere where I can benefit off of being in a group like this, that is definitely a positive for me to then use that money towards those projects that I'm trying to learn myself and see what works and what doesn't. Next up is a full tab of the analysts. And again, the analysts do certain things different than one another. So a lot of them, what they end up doing is, for example, a bunch of the analysts will do futures trades, and these are almost daily. So essentially what futures are, you can long or short a position and you can use leverage. I'm not gonna get fully in depth on this, but it's essentially a different way of trading where you can actively trade and make more money than you would having just held spot. Now that's only if you use risk management, and that's only if you are playing around with a very large amount within crypto. However, if you're starting small, in order for you to even grow your portfolio to a certain size, you'd have to risk more, and overall it's probably not going to be worth it besides just holding your bag. So you can at least try it out, but it's definitely something that you can make a lot of money with if you put in the time to grow a portfolio in a good size to then apply that towards futures. You literally get free money calls almost all the time. Of course, there are losses, but the wins outweigh the losses if you're doing proper risk management. So definitely something that's a plus here. But besides those future traders, there's also spot traders who will literally just find setups to buy a coin and sell at a higher price that looks very good based off of technical analysis. There's also other alerts as well. One analyst will do whole market recaps that are around an hour long, which is also cool to see. And again, we have that other analyst who specifically deals with airdrops and NFTs. So not only that, but a lot of the analysts will do live streams where they'll discuss setups and they'll discuss other things going on in the market, as well as Brian himself will do a lot of live streams also, which is very cool to see. And with that in mind, you guys are also going to have a TA workshop. So let's say you wanted to get into technical analysis yourself. You can literally do chart quizzes. You can take stuff, because there's information in Kaizen, there's videos, there's PDF files where you can learn how to do technical analysis, and then you can apply that to charts where you can see if you get it right, if it's a long or a short. And then not only that, but there's chart reviews. You can request charts to be technical analysis out if you don't want to do the work yourself or you don't feel confident. You can request an analyst to do a chart review, and they will kind of map out their thoughts on the chart, whether or not it will go up or go down. Finally, there's a finance hub where stocks are talked about, economics are talked about, credit cards, and then finally taxes. And that kind of wraps it up besides the testimonials and the kind of just daily life chill section where there's gaming discussed, food, health and fitness. But moreover, guys, besides all that, you also have access to resources such as promos on exchanges. You'll get better deals with exchanges. You'll get better deals on certain hardware. There's a lot of pros that come with Kaizen. And through listing off all that stuff, I can definitely say that yes, one of the cons being, and we'll get into them, is the fact of the cost. The cost, if you're able to utilize the resources in here and actually take action into learning what is provided to you and to actually putting action into projects that are mentioned, etc., then you're gonna easily make that $200. I don't even know, through Kaizen, I've made years of the Kaizen membership. So I can definitely say it is worth it whatsoever. This is an amazing opportunity. Again, it's rare to find crypto groups that will not just simply promote projects that they themselves are interested in and dump on all of the members, which have been happening within meme coin groups, the Solana meme coin groups. That has been happening, the Telegram ones. But this is a group that I've seen stand the test of time. This has been around for a very long time now. They have bigger plans. The team just met up for even bigger things within Kaizen. And yeah, there's a lot of things going on here, a lot of opportunities for you guys to get yourself. So the key question here is Kaizen worth it? And I'm gonna be honest, if you're looking to get access to information where you can level up your crypto game and your knowledge, and you're ready to take action in order to do that, then this is something that I feel is going to be good for you. And again, that's not financial advice, but it's something that like I said, I've been in this for a couple of months now, trying to see, is this really worth it? And yes, I've deemed it to be so. However, if you're looking for quick flips within the market, if you're looking for a double here and there every single week, or if you're looking for a 10x every week, this is not going to be for you whatsoever. Kaizen is a group where yes, you have access to those calls, but the key thing here is you're gaining access to a network of individuals that have more success than you, where you can then network with them, learn more, see what's worked for them, see what hasn't worked for them, and then take information that they are providing you and start to learn how to invest into crypto yourself, how to find projects yourself. And then you will also have access to all the projects, all the alpha that they release themselves. So there's a lot of information in here that all it takes is for you to take action. But if you want to beat around the bush, if you want to be lazy with this and just simply chill around, then I would not say this is for you whatsoever. So for me, like I said, I think Kaizen is 100% worth it. I will be checking out other groups in the future. So for me, for a community that covers everything within the crypto markets, not just meme coins, not just a specific asset class, this is a group that I have not regretted joining and pulling the trigger on. I love it. It's something that I plan to be in for my entirety throughout crypto, and I absolutely love this. I'd like to see more groups come out like this, as there really aren't too many of this nature. And so yeah, guys, it's an investment in your future if you take it as an opportunity to get more knowledge. If not, then you really won't get anywhere just being lazy, because you won't have learned risk management, you won't have learned profit taking. There's a lot that you'll learn from simply being in a group like this, and I've definitely benefited from that. Now that's gonna be it, guys, for me today on my review of Kaizen. Again, the con is mostly the price, but if you actually use what it's intended for, if you take advantage of the opportunities, you will be able to make back that cost, as I have already made, again, years of the Kaizen membership. And cons, I guess, could be some of the community members don't seem, some are just trolls, so you will have to deal with that. However, most are going to be helpful. So with that all aside, there are of course going to be bad calls as well, but most of the time you're going to have those big good calls outweigh those small bad ones. So with all that being said, guys, I hope you liked the video, and I will see you later.